You've already looked at these questions?
Yeah.
Okay. What we want to know is why and when did you start Off the Wall Theater?
Well, we actually started Off the Wall almost 6 years ago, and we felt that there was a market or a place for short films in Boston, and that it wasn't being met, and that it would be a good idea.
What does it mean to you?
Well, it obviously has a lot of personal meanings, but beyond that, I do think it is a place that has a unique atmosphere. It has a unique niche in the movie world. It's a little alternative to regular movies, to the film chains and the Hollywood product, and also it's a little alternative from any other kind of movie going. It's a sort of different atmosphere to be in, to see movies.
When you're saying personal feelings, I mean, what were the personal feelings that made you believe that there was a need for an alternative type of movie?
Well, I don't have any real film background per se, and I'm just like any person, that would come to a theater, and that I know what I like to see, and these things just weren't available to see. You had to really seek them out, and really haphazardly. And I know, to me, if I was just a consumer, that I would enjoy coming to Off the Wall because it's the type of movies that I'm interested in, and not, as I said, not as a professional, but just as a consumer.
How did you get the name for it?
Well, our original partner, or my original partner, Larry Silverman, had been just saying that phrase a lot that summer that we were searching for a name for Off the Wall before we opened, and it seemed to fit in more ways than one. So.
Have you ever been disappointed by the financial problems of Off the Wall?
Well, we've been plagued certainly with financial misfortune on our way, and obviously it's a little discouraging, but on the whole we're very optimistic that finally at this point that we'll be turn the corner and take our rightful place as a financially stable institution.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been here?
Well, we opened in Central Square 6 years ago, this coming December, but we've only been in this location for 10 weeks. We spent a short amount of time in Boston at the Where's Boston Theater before moving here.
A lot of moving around.
3 moves. 3's enough.
Yeah. Audience has to keep track of you. What are your magic movies?
Magic Movies is our premier series of the year. We spend the most amount of effort and whatnot to put it together. It's a program of new contemporary animation. The criteria for a movie to be in Magic Movies is that it hasn't shown in the Boston area, and it's no more than 2 years old. And this is our 6th annual showcase called Magic Movies, and we've introduced several dozen of great films and filmmakers to the Boston area. And so we're very proud of that program and that aspect of it.
Now, what is Quasi at the Crocodero?
Well, Quasi at the Crocodero is a film that we've shown several times here, and I would have to say that in the realm of short films, it is probably our foremost cult film, in that it has a sort of a following, and people come to see it whenever we show it, and memorize the lines, and just sort of live in the Quasi world. Yeah, this sequence coming up in Quasi at the Crocodero is one of the features on the midway at the Crocodero, which is a futuristic amusement park. And this is the Dream Reader, and sort of giving you an insight into somebody's dreams, or a la Sally Cruikshank, who is the artist who did the film.
Whose idea was it to set it up as a cafe-type atmosphere?
Well, that's been an idea we've had all along. Off the Wall sort of started informally as in our apartment. We would just show films to friends, and so that sort of comfortable living room type atmosphere we wanted to recreate. And we felt that having people sit at tables would be a little more conducive than sitting in regular theater seats, and also would enable us to have a more full line of food, cheesecakes and cakes and like that, so that Choosing the films is probably the most important job that goes into Off the Wall, and I am charged with that, being the program director. I do find all the films. There are so many different sources, and obviously for a program of short films where we have anywhere from 2 to 14 films coming from 2 to 14 sources, there's a lot more work involved in putting together a program than just ordering one feature film, and that is your program. So we put a lot of time into sort of searching the country and searching through trade journals and through the grapevine and reading, trying to keep up with the new short film releases. And that is, as I said before, the hardest part of Off the Wall, is finding all the different films, because they're not in any sort of theater circuit. They're not shown, and there's no real mechanism set up to really get them out to theaters, because we're one of the only ones that show them.
Off the Wall. Fitting name for it, I guess. Anyway, this week through the 23rd, Off the Wall is featuring the British Invasion. And if you're a rock fan, don't miss it. You'll probably never see another collection like it anywhere else.
Was Paul, was he a magician or something?
Yeah.
Really? You're not familiar with the name?
I've never heard of him before.
You could just be like Les Paul guitar player.
You've never heard of Les Paul?
Or the guitar of the Les Paul.
Wow. You don't know any electric guitar players, do you? He like invented this trick.
Look into it. Are you?
No, there won't be sound. This will be voiceover.
Oh, okay.
Okay, from now on, don't look into the camera.
I'm looking at this.
Okay,
Don't
thanks.
look into the camera?
Yeah.
But
Make like you're talking
wouldn't I
to
normally if there was a camera?
But there isn't a camera around.
Oh, you are?
Pull that
Hey.
skull out a little bit.
Yeah, the skull is in the picture.
Harry
That's-
Bergman, right?
Oh.
Sure, okay. My name is Michael Nicholson. I'm from Off the Wall in Cambridge. I know we've done counseling in the past. Oh, good. I'm interested in getting the point. I would like it the day after Christmas.